I got connected with you, I believe, maybe a year ago.
Yeah, about a year ago.
So like obviously I saw like you were heavy into this tech stuff, but then kind of what piqued my interest a little more. I saw you started getting into investing, and in particularly the stock market.
Yes, sir.
So how did that even come about, like, and fall into your lap?
Yeah, man. So with me, I always had a background in investing. Just with my upbringing and how I grew up, like I knew I wanted more out of life. So I used to, when I was in college, I was researching investing and learning investing tools. I had a professor. His name was Dr. Casling. He actually was a trader. He was an options trader, futures trader, and a forex trader. But like I didn't know what all that stuff was. I just used to go in his office and see charts and things like that. And as a professor, he started teaching us, about options, futures, and how to invest in the stock market. So I left there with a good bit of knowledge, and I really didn't know how much that knowledge was worth until like maybe recently, probably like a few years ago. So I dabbled in the stock market for the past few years, and I seen the growth over time, but I was just consistently just putting in money and things like that just to have it, in the future. So I always knew about long-term investing, but I knew nothing about the power of options trading. So from there, I started posting, just some of my investing gains, and they were from stocks. But then I started dabbling in options, and from there, a lot of people were just like, hey, like, what's this? Like, I'm investing in stocks too. How are you making this type of money? And a lot of people didn't know like what I was doing. So I got to the point where I was just like, well, maybe I should start explaining it to people. So what I did was I created Barge Consulting Group, which is a financial literacy brand, or really wealth management, where I just really share tips on building generational wealth. Then that can be from real estate, stock market, and then primarily we just focus on financial literacy right now. So at first I created a course on just a regular stock market, and then a lot of people were just interested in the stock market, and I realized a lot of people didn't know anything about the stock market, and the people who did, they just feared that they would lose money. So I put out this course. It was like maybe like $25, and I was just like, I'm gonna pass this on to anyone who's interested. And if they want to join the group, if they want to join our little community, they can with the purchase of the group. So of course, like you were one of the first people, that came in. So I remember when I first started my courses, it was literally 5 people in that group, and then a little bit after, shortly, I was actually still working my 9 to 5, balancing my business on the side, and COVID hit. So when COVID hit, I actually got laid off from my 9 to 5. So in my head, I'm just like, I can go use this time to go get another job, or I can use this time to actually go create something new, make an impact, and try something, and put all my energy into my businesses and make sure they're profitable. So I went ahead, forward with just going in, a lot on the stock market, and just educating a lot of people. And also just really just growing my own knowledge too. So from there, we got 1,500 members, so, it grew from like 5 of us, to 1,500 people. So I've taught people I taught people ETFs. Taught people stock options, as well as long-term investing, retirement, RIA funds, index funds. So right now we just kind of rocking and rolling and just really just sharing all the knowledge that we can, and just really just trying to get put on for the culture right now. We're trying to get a lot of Black investors. It's not just limited to Black folks in my community, but it's predominantly, Black wealth,